Hello, hope you're all well. Uh, Today's song is going to be called Nirvana by Stone. It's not Smells Like Teen Spirit Nirvana, it's a band called Stone. Um, and the song is Nirvana. Here we go. Freedom from the endless cycle of personal reincarnations with their consequent suffering as a result of the extinction of individual passion, hatred, and delusion. Nirvana. So blind to the idea of healing I was, my belief was broken, didn't even notice. Like the black to the greys I was fading, blue skies I was chasing, and now I'm flying, flying high, and above it all is where I found you. I found peace in the words, found life in the song, my heart beat in a drum. It was there all along. When I was too low to fly, the bass filled my soul. I found peace in the rain when I let it go. When I let it go. I was chasing cool. I was driving reckless. I was moving fast in the wrong direction. 100 through the traffic, almost missed my exit. Could have been a tragedy. That's why I count my blessings. I was chasing cool. I was driving reckless. I was moving fast in the wrong direction. 100 through the traffic. Glad I missed my exit. And now I'm flying, flying high. And above it all is where I found you. I found peace in the words. I found life in the song. My heart beat in the drum. It was there all along. When I was too low to fly, the bass filled my soul. I found peace in the rain when I let it go. It's a beautiful song. Yeah, I definitely suggest listening to it. I'll put the link in the description. And like reading in between the lines as usual, beautiful. Whoa. Hello, if you're new here. So, I'm not particularly a tarot reader. I wouldn't call myself a tarot reader. I'm more of an alchemist, so to speak. I guess that's what you might classify me as. And as an alchemist, I should be able to dabble in a few different languages. I call them runes, and tarot being a few of the languages. Um, if you are new here, have a look at my very first video that I put up, and it's got links to other tarot readers in there. They're very, very good. I pick the energies out and I discuss the energies and try to provide some sort of advice through learned experience. My knowing is that we're all protected. The darkness supports me and the light pulls me up. Fear is what pulls us in and gets us absorbed by the darkness, and we can free ourselves at any moment from it. But if you'd like to take the next 20 seconds to cast your own protections in your own sort of ways, then please feel free to do that. And we'll start that from now. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Let's do a free room pool, shall we? Interesting. We've got the sun. We've got the blank, or the wheel of fortune, I call it, word. Some consider it not to be a legitimate rune. Logic for me says that it is. And we've got Thora, which is Thor's hammer. Right. And light is the context. So we have a little look what we can do and say about this one today. So, Sowilo. Sowilo is what its name is. Forgive my pronunciation. This rune represents power, success, achieved goals, and a sense of honor. It can appear in the form of health, life force, positive change, success, wholeness, and power, also influence. So, if that's the basis of this read, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which also in the runes also means, well, this one means that there's an unknown, there's no answer, right? It's like the current place is not revealed just yet. It's a bit of a mystery, it's a secret, and that doesn't really help us when we do the rune read, does it? But it what it kind of says to me is that we're in that part of where we're just about to move out of balance. It's like it's undetermined as to how situations are going to approach us at the moment. So it's like we're in a situation now. We know we're going through a period of time now, but like obviously going through a period of time now, period of transformation, and this transformation is really for our a betterment. But it's almost like an unknown situation, a bit of a mysterious situation that's going to present itself very soon. If it's in the current, then it's very, very, very soon. And we will have a look with tarot to see what they say about that. But the likely outcome for this situation is fully source. Fully source. Sounds like I definitely messed that pronunciation up. Oh well. But this rune represents a force of destruction or defense and indicates some kind of conflict. It can represent a powerful catalyst for change, similar to a purging flame that clears everything in its path to create space for the new. This is not always a pleasant experience, but it ultimately is beneficial. Right, and it's in the forward, it's in the upright position, so that's good. It doesn't even though this is like a semi tower, you could liken this to a tower. In the tarot, I'd say the thing is when it's reversed, it would mean evil, malice, danger, or betrayal. But it's not. It's for our protection in one way or another, and that's the likely future outcome. So the sun is being shone on. There's light being shone on the current situation, And I don't know why I keep pulling back to the last read that I did earlier on today, and it's if we go with that, if we were to follow the last reading, then this would suggest that we've got that power within ourselves. We're strong in ourselves, and we're going in the right direction. And there's success. This is the path that's leading us to success. Now, the situation that's going to arise is going to be completely unknown to us. We won't see it coming, even though we know it's coming. We won't see it coming per se. At least when it does arrive, it's going to be in a way that we don't have any clue. And this is going to 111. I just had on there 1111. And the outcome, the likely outcome, if we follow our loyalty to ourselves, using discernment and our boundaries, then it's going to protect us. We're going to be defended from falling back into another cycle that wasn't good for us, right? This could end in a conflict, depending on your situation. It could end in either a physical or mental conflict, but ultimately, sticking to your guns and being your true authentic self, meaning following those boundaries, having loyalty to yourself, I think is going to be the outcome. The fact that this came up again, I mean, I did do the other reading today, but these are timeless. Yeah, okay. Manas, which is the mind or mankind. And that was in the unseen position. I say that as unseen, or it could be like, yeah, I do. And it's about, so it's about the collective, it's about values, community, and relationships. It can, this is like the sun is being shone on all of mankind right now, and if we do that work, which we are, and I know you are, okay, this is no scare. We don't do scare tactics here. We don't do fear. We only do understanding. So if we can control ourselves, right, by listening to our emotion, and literally we have to be zero tolerance on our cut-off game when it comes to red flags. We can still love unconditionally, but it just doesn't mean that we're going to re-enter into a cycle. Loving unconditionally also means to be kind to yourself and love yourself, and wishing the other situation the very best with all of your heart. It has to be with all of your heart, but knowing that you're not that person for them or for that situation. Yeah, it's about, so manas is social order, friendships, divine structure and cooperation, suggestion of some kind of aid or cooperation. So in the unseen, it's like this could say that in the unseen, it's I would call it the divine intervention, so to speak. That's going. We're going to have guidance, basically. Our discernment is allowed us to stay connected. When we stay in control of ourselves and we're not in a reactive state, then we get that. We get that divine connection, that our ancestors were able to connect with them and listen to what they've got to say, and we get those bits of information that sometimes we go, hang on a second, is this right? Is this, I'm sure you know. Are we going to get anything to show us about the, okay, so we've got Ewas, and this goes underneath this is going underneath that Wheel of Fortune. And this is about transportation or moving in a better direction. It indicates a gradual change in progress and development, as well as trust, working with others, and being loyal. The light is going to be shone on us to succeed for an unknown event, which is ultimately going to be for our better good. And we're protected by the divine. We're going to have that divine interaction, and this is happening to everybody. And it's going to move us in the right direction. It's going to move everybody in the right direction, even if we don't see it. The outcome to this is it's going to. So we've got Othala, okay, and that's legacy, inheritance, abundance, values, and family. To me, this is like we're going to get rid of the generational curses. This rune represents property, possessions, a home, or other important source, often inherited. It indicates aid in spiritual and physical journeys, a source of safety and increase or abundance. Yeah, I feel like once we've done this, we're going to be awakened enough to be able to actually fully close out our generational curse that's been handed down through the ages, right? Which then in turn leads to abundance in all things, because we're going towards our greater good, that positive. Let's do another 3 underneath. See. Connection. So this one is named Gibo, which is a gift. It's generosity, it's charity, partnership, service, assistance. And this comes underneath the divine manas. Yeah? So it's like, if we were reading from top to bottom as well, it's like the light is going to be shone from the divine that's going to lead to that new partnership, that new gift. It's going to be a gift from spirit, and it's for our service. It's to assist us in our lives, okay. And if we read it from right to left, then we've got the sun being shone in on this unknown situation that's ultimately for our greater good. Yeah, it's going to be divine timing, divine connection. We're going to have our ancestors helping us, so there's no need to worry, there's no need to fear, right? And it's moving us in the better direction, but it's moving everybody in the better direction. We're going to sort out these family curses, right? And that's going to, once we've been able to close out that cycle within this period, it's going to allow us to understand those generational curses and get rid of them, which means we'll be living in our polarity, in our positive polarity, which as a gift we'll get a new partner per se, right? It might even be that if you're in a relationship at the moment, that your partnership is going to be even better. It's going to be like you're going to take a turn in your relationship if your relationship's in a bad way. If you've already completed these parts of cycles, and if your storyline isn't about any sort of partnership at all, this can absolutely work with finance. I mean, this could be winning a lottery, this could be winning a contract, this could be a new job, this could be a new home. I mean, as we've got inheritance and stuff here as well, it could be that, you know, there's a message is going to come to you that the message comes from, it's going to be put to you through the universe from the divine to move you forward into gaining your inheritance. And this is a gift. This is a gift from the divine to enable you to move forward in your journey. We've got Where are you? Uggies. Right, okay. In its upright, it means like protection or shield, right? And it can be used to urge. It can be the urge to protect oneself or others, to ward off evil and protect one that has what one has. It can also represent another protective force, but it's in the reverse. And this means a hidden danger, a repelling force, or a block. And this comes underneath the movement in the right direction, which is underneath the hidden, this hidden situation. It doesn't mean that we're not protected. It just means that there is a risk here. There is a risk that we can fall into those cycles, or we can choose not to see what we want to see or what we need to see, so to speak. And we've got the outcome as Iwas, which is connection, divinity, inspiration, and protection. But it was this side showing. So that is like it's again. So right, to clarify that it's not that we don't have protection, it's actually that we do have protection, but it's from the divine. We don't need to worry about it. It's there. It's just hidden from sight, because we can't see, not at least most of us cannot see our 2222, cannot see our ancestors and things, not in their physical forms, not in the 3D tangible sort of ways. I'm feeling exhausted, so I'm going to have a quick look at some tarot, and let's see what it says. Apologies for this read today. It's not particularly great. I've been to the gym for the first time in a very long time, and I'm absolutely smashed. And I don't know why I decided to pick up the 1909 deck, the half-weight deck, because sometimes that it requires a lot of energy when you're new to reading, it requires a lot of energy to depict. Like, ooh, that card got left behind. What have we got there? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. He looks happy with what he's grown. It's like he's got a Six of Pentacles there, which are a fully formed bush, and he's got one pentacle between his legs that he's protecting, that he's harvesting. He's allowing it to grow into another six, or into a bush that's come up to here. It's like he's nurturing this with the understanding that he's got that's that this is how it's going to grow towards. I don't know why, but I want to put that in the middle. Can we get some sort of clarification on this? This is the movement into the better direction. Getting a lot of pentacle cards coming out over the last few weeks. Mainly pentacles. Pentacles and hearts. Ooh. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. This is like the hidden danger. I to clarify the frizz, really, that would be great. If we can do that. Queen of Wands in reverse. And what is the inheritance? I think it's because it's so varied, it could be anything, right? Doesn't want to chuck any out. Let's give it one more. There we go. And we've got the Knight of Swords in the upright. Swift and decisive action. Intellect. Looking off into the far distance as the wind blows. The horse is looking back, but the knight is looking forward. Let's get some interesting. So the High Priestess in reverse is showing like crescent moon. So the opposite of that would be nearly a full moon. I wonder if this gives us a sort of time period to be wary about. But it's about the yin and the yang in reverse. Tor. T-O-R-E. There's a paper being torn up. Like an end of a contract. Yeah, I'm going to actually look at what these are instead of trying to. Like I say, I've got no energy. There we go. So 7 of Pentacles. Shows commitment to work, life, or dreams. Yeah, that's that center. That's that move towards. And we've got, yeah, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands in reverse. So Wands is about spirit, isn't it? And passion. And magic. Wonder if it's a false queen of passion, a false feminine energy that's being taken away. Represents someone whose fiery temper can occasionally go out of control, and that was on. So that's on top of Forest, which was that situation that can be like disastrous, yeah, the natural disaster, so to speak, and this ex could be that person. If it is about an ex, if it's a love reading like it's been happening in the past, like I don't know, it's from the last reading was predominantly a love reading. Could be the situation comes in and they're very defensive. They're going to reject everything that you're saying potentially, or it could be that they would normally reject everything that you say. Therefore, you know that it causes an issue, but you're going to get the divine guidance from it, right? And that's because you've been growing. Knight of Swords. So, like ancestry rushing in, moving in the right direction. If we follow the divine guidance, maintaining that we're keeping ourselves exactly where we want to be, because we're growing in ourselves, right? Then it's going to very quickly bring in this this Knight of Swords, because he's moving really quickly on a strong horse, right? When we are thoroughly obsessed with a certain idea and strongly wish to manifest it, we are oftentimes so blinded by the actual desire for its fulfillment that we fail to note the difficulties which may come across, or the actions and consequences that it could bring. The Knight of Swords is a very powerful figure that is full of life as well as energy. This needs to be balanced with proper and actual realization of compassion and responsibility. Yeah, don't rush into any decision. Like, we've got to be responsible for that Seven of Pentacles that we're growing. That's hard work that we've done there. And remember, this is just underneath the reverse Queen of Wands as well. So be mindful. Be very mindful. It could be that you've literally had complete enough of this person, and you're ready to get rid of this energy out of your life altogether. And it's just like, right, cutthroat. Your cut-off game can be amazing. But as much as you want to do that, it might be worth remembering that could be a reaction. It's better to have compassion so that we're not acting in that. So we're not being reactive, which would mean that we could be operating in our negative, right? You will know your situation, but this person's got a fiery temper. High Priestess in reverse, please. Priestess in reverse. Blocked psychic abilities, fertility issues, uncontrolled outbursts, repressed intuition, sexual tensions, unwanted attention, confusion, hidden motives, and superficiality, silence. And this is on top of that hidden danger. If you want to remember, we're going to have that divine guidance. Yeah, and what came after it was the defense from the divine defense, the ancestors watching over us, but we can't see it. Just because we may be feeling disconnected sometimes, and I've noticed this myself, spirit can kick us out for our own protection because it's just too much going on, right? And we would actually probably detriment the work that our ancestors are doing to try and keep us safe. The uncontrolled outbursts, right? It's that Queen of Wands in reverse. The thing is also, though, we've got repressed intuition there. Yeah, we have to be really careful of the Knight of Swords, how we react in that Knight of Swords, because, but we've got to maintain that balance. Underdoing it and overdoing it are equally as bad. sexual tensions, and the Queen of Wands. It is about that sexuality, isn't it? It's about that. It's fire. It's passion. It's the wand, and it's the Queen of. This person might come towards you in that kind of sexual energy. You might even have that sexual tension with that person. But their hidden motives, they're very superficial. And you won't get all of the information either. So going into this, don't think that in order to close a cycle, you're going to get all of the truths that you know inside of you. Just be happy that you know them. And you'll get enough from them that you can confirm. But they'll be very clever. So mind yourself. They may even try to cause some issue if you're going to meet this person again. Make sure you keep yourselves within your boundaries. If you're going to meet this person, do it publicly. I'm really feeling that this is definitely the love reading. It's, you know, when you look at the astrology again, it's like the full moon in conjunct, like, well, in aspect with Venus. That's what it's telling me. The hidden motives, they're not coming in genuinely, you know. I'm going to close out there, and I don't delete videos, although for some reason I feel like I wouldn't mind deleting this one, but I'm just not going to. Hopefully this makes sense to somebody. Good night.